Well, good morning, everybody. Jeff Slakey here on Daybreak, and I've got two great guests in studio to talk about a big upcoming stand-down event on November 18th. April Pooler and Don Myers in studio with me this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming on the air together and coming on to talk about this event.
Thank you.
We're seeing some kind of changing. I know both of you have worked very hard in fundraising and bringing efforts to help those who are less fortunate into the community with some years past Fill the Truck campaigns and last year's first Stand Down event. Seems now that we are combining these great efforts and going to really do a lot for Mason County veterans. Is this kind of how this is all working out?
Exactly.
We had you on last year, April, and Don, you as well, to talk about your two different events, but together now. Let's start with you, April. Let's remind folks about last year's event, how many you helped, and what you're looking for this year.
Okay. Last year was our first stand down, and that was a joint effort with American Legion, the VFW, 40 and 8, and Disabled Veterans of America, and we all got together with the Mason County Advisory Board. And the very first stand down together, we were able to help over 125 veterans that walked through the door, and about 23 were homeless.
Wow.
So it was really a wonderful first-time event, and we hope to help even more this year and to have even more services available. So for our first time, we did great, but we will only get better in time.
And bringing in some of the great efforts and energy from Dawn, from her couple years of filling the truck, you're going to be able to take all that energy and help out the veterans. Is that kind of what you're thinking this year, Don?
Yeah, we were approached to actually do a fill the truck for the veterans, but there isn't a lot of opportunities for storage of the items.
Oh.
So we'd rather push their event and possibly have people donate to their funds where they can use the funds the way that they feel necessary.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. So locations, storage locations, that's a struggle. Mm-hmm. You get the supplies then to hand out, but you're having a hard time finding where to store these things?
Right. Well, because I know how amazing her efforts have been, so I envisioned truckloads of stuff. Where would we put them?
Yeah.
Now, we have kind of contemplated 30 packs, if you will, for the homeless veterans, and we have enough to store that until the event, and then if we have, say, some left over, then we would have enough storage for that. It's just this massive truckloads like she's so good at doing.
Yeah.
We were afraid, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? So it makes sense that we know what we need for the homeless kits, and we know, we just assume utilize the funds, and it is tax deductible, by the way.
Oh, nice.
So then if we were able to use the funds for what we needed, and that just made more sense. We can store money.
We can store money. We talk a lot about with other groups in Saints Pantry, the food bank there, that groups themselves appreciate individual contributions because they can use those dollars, leverage them a little bit more than just the individual citizens. You said 23 homeless veterans last year came in. Was that a surprise to you?
Yes, actually, it really was. I didn't expect so many. And that was just on our first time out, so we're expecting more. So we plan to have at least 30 kits. That's our goal, have 30 kits. If we were running low, we would still find a way to get what they needed afterwards, but that's just our immediate goal. So
a lot of the struggles that I know the homeless overall have in Mason County, locations obviously, either with have some shelter, and that can even include sleeping in your car, like you were telling me before we got on the air, or folks that are out in the woods and live there under tents or whatever. They have their whole lives with them, and they may not want to risk leaving that stuff there to come in. So I know you do these point in time counts that you did with Tom Davis last year.
Well, yes, it was actually Todd Parker did it with Tom Davis, but it was basically the same premise, and trying to find them.
Finding them out there. Is there going to be any included effort as we get ready for this on the 18th from 9 to 2 to kind of push the information out there to try to find those folks?
Yes. We assume we know where some of the areas are, so we try to hit like the little mini marts with the flyers. And also we plan to work hopefully with the Sheriff's Department and get the flyers to them so they can, when they get out there and check on things, they can hand them the flyers or at least let them know about it.
Yeah. Don, this has been last couple of years. You guys have done quite well, getting a lot of media attention all up around the state of Washington. Last year, you got on the big TV, King 5 and all that, and that really helped bring the donations in. So you're going to make your calls, get your contacts going again for this one?
Maybe for the next Fill the Truck event. Which is going to be in January.
Okay, so there is one coming up as well. Very good. So this one, Mason County Veterans Advisory Board, their second Sandown event here, November 18th, 9 to 2, and it's going to be just on Franklin Street at Memorial Hall.
Yes.
So what are some of the other things that folks will be able to get information about during the Sandown event?
Okay, so we're going to, first of all, we'll be serving breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
And we're going to have haircuts available if they need them, showers. Also, we're going to have some great resources. Not only will the medical mobile unit be there from the VA so they can get flu shots and maybe get into the system if they're not already into the system, but we have counseling. We have people that could help them further, get more services for legal, for financial, and also like mental health or substance abuse.
Oh, yeah.
So if they've had a hard time making the start, there's people there that they can privately meet with. So that's a big deal. Also, we're going to have representatives like from housing, Love Inc. It's going to be there, North Mason Resources, and all kinds of other people. So lots of resources.
Open to all veterans, homeless veterans, veterans in need, immediate dependent family members as well. It's at 210 West Franklin Street here in Shelton. Memorial Hall's phone number, by the way, is 360-426-4546. But this stand down event will be on the 18th, so a week after Veterans Day, and it'll be from 9 in the morning until 2 p.m. You can also find out more about the Mason County Veterans Advisory Board online at masoncountyveterans.com. We'll put the link to that as well. So people have donations they want to give. Do they come just on that day, or is there a place that they can bring things now?
I think they're best to go through the website and email me so that I can arrange to pick it up, because there's limited hours at the Memorial Hall and not everybody's there for that purpose. So it'd be easier for them to contact me direct. So there's a link for the email address, masoncountyveterans@gmail.com.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
April, Don, thanks for coming on.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.